Hello, 6th grade. Welcome to our first online lesson of reading. Today, we actually get to start our second unit. I know, we're really flying through them. But our first unit had a big question that all of the stories and articles were kind of about. And that big question was, is conflict always bad? I think what we ended up deciding was conflict is not necessarily always bad. It can be used to kind of help us grow and get better at certain things. This time, for this unit, our question is, what is important to know? In other words, what information should we learn about? So let's get into it. What is something you are interested in learning someday? This is just sort of a warm-up question. Think for a second. What is a skill or a piece of knowledge that you'd like to learn about someday? Would you like to learn a certain language? Would you like to learn a certain skill or learn about a certain part of the world? Go ahead and write your answer in Edpuzzle. Okay, so let's brainstorm a little bit about some other topics you can learn about. So, I'm going to give you a few different situations, and I would like you to think about skills or pieces of information that you would like to know about to help you deal with these situations. Our first one is this. What's one topic you think would be useful to know about if you were trapped on a desert island? I'll give you an example. If I knew that I was going to be trapped on a desert island, then one thing I would like to learn about would be how to find safe drinking water in nature. That one feels pretty important. So think for a moment and write your answer in Edpuzzle. What is one thing you think would be important to learn about before getting trapped on a desert island? And it's got to be different than mine. Alright, our second situation. You are about to visit Russia for a month. And you know it's coming and you have a few months to get ready. But what information would you like to pick up before you made the trip? For instance, I would like to know how Russian money works. I'm gonna need to buy food. And take the bus? I don't know. So I would at least like to know, what do they use? Dollars? Euros? I'd like you now to think, if you were able to visit Russia for a whole month, what is one skill or piece of info that you would like to know about? Go ahead and write your answer in Edpuzzle. Okay, third situation. Imagine that a CIA agent showed up at your door and told you you were the only one who could help them catch a famous art thief by figuring out what piece of art they would steal next. What are two skills or pieces of info you'd like to know before agreeing to help out with this? Remember, I'd like you to write down two skills or pieces of info. Alright, number 4. You're on your desert island when you come across an old, beat-up plane that still has some fuel in the tank. What are two skills or pieces of information you would like to know about before using this plane to get back home? Think for a moment. What are two skills or pieces of information you'd like to know about before using this plane to get back home? Number 5. Imagine that you are at a fancy international party and two leaders of powerful countries start getting into a heated argument over a piece of land which they both believe to belong to their own country. As you listen, they start threatening each other with war. What are two skills or pieces of information that would help you calm them down and resolve the situation? Remember, I'd like you to give me two skills or pieces of information. Alright, excellent work. Now, our lives are not quite as exciting as all these examples, but we still do need to learn so that we can face the challenges that come our way. It's also important for us to learn about a lot of different things so that we can find out what we're interested in. Eventually, you guys are going to decide what you want to do with your lives. And you don't have to decide that now. But if you look around and really try to pay attention to things that are outside of your comfort zone, you might find out that you're interested in something that could eventually lead to a career. Once again, don't worry too much about that right now. That's way in the future. But that is one reason that we teach a lot of different information here at school. Alright, remember to get your 15 minutes of AR reading in today. Alright, have a good rest of your day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.